Hi everyone, welcome back to another third grade math lesson. My name is Miss Chismar and today we're going to be focusing on dividing into equal groups. So let's get started. So first thing we're going to do, as always, is start with a brief warm-up. So go ahead and grab those whiteboards and markers and we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to use my stamper real quick and I'm going to create an array with two groups of 5. So I'm just going to use some stars. 2 groups, 5 each. So go ahead and draw that out on your whiteboard. Should look something like this. 1 group of 5 and 2 groups of 5. So that's what it should look like. Now we're going to write a repeated addition sentence. So we have 2 groups with 5 in each group. So it's 5 plus 5 equal to our total, which is 10 stars. So now we're going to work on a division problem. So we're going to take, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our total number of stars. So we just found that out. Our total number of stars is 10. We're going to do 10. Then we're going to divide it by the number of groups that we have. So we have 2 groups. We have that up here in our problem. 10 stars divided by 2 groups equals what? So now what we're trying to find is how many stars are in each group. So we had 10 stars total. We divided them into 2 groups, so we're going to have a total of 5 stars in each group. So we have our array to help us out with that. So we have 1 group of 5 here, a second group of 5 here, and we have 10 stars total. So if you need to double check your answer, always look back to your array. Let's go ahead and try that again. We're going to move to the next problem. So this time we have 4 groups of 2. So I'm going to use hearts. So we have 4 groups with 2 hearts in each. So there, let's just draw a grouping here. So I just drew a picture. You don't have to have an array. You could always just have equal groups like we have here. We're going to write our repeated addition problem. So it's going to be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8 because we have 8 hearts in total. So now we're going to go and write our division problem again. So remember, we always start with the total number, which we just found out was 8. And we are going to divide it by our total number of groups, which we have up here, divided by 4 because we have 4 groups. And now our answer is going to tell us how many hearts we have in each group. So 8 divided by 4 equals 2. And we can double check that because we have 4 groups up here. And there are 2 hearts in each group. And if you were to skip count to double check how many hearts we have all together, you'd have 2, 4, 6, and 8. So you can remember, you can always double check by drawing a picture, or if you have a picture, just by referring to it, boxing everything up so you can make sure you have the correct answer. It's always good to guess or to check your answer, not just guess. All right, let's go ahead and move to our application problem for today. So Stacy has 18 bracelets. After she organizes the bracelets by color, she has equal groups. She has 3 equal groups, I'm sorry. So how many bracelets are in each group? So what I'm gonna do is, we know she has 3 equal groups. You can go ahead and follow along with your whiteboard. So I'm gonna draw 3 circles because we know that she has 3 equal groups. And how I'm going to solve this is I'm just going to put 1 bracelet in each group until I hit 18. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So I divided them into 3 groups. I have 18 bracelets total, but now I want to make sure that I have equal groups. So we're going to have the same number in each group. So let's double check that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. I'm going to write that up here so we remember. 6 over here and 6 over here. So I'm actually going to write our division sentence for this. So remember we had 18 total. That's what we started with. Stacey had 18 bracelets, and she divided them into 3 equal groups. So we have the total divided by the number of groups. And now the answer is going to be how many are in each group. Well, we all found that there are 6 in each group, and we double check that by drawing a picture. Let's go ahead and move on to the next problem. So now we're going to do 18 divided by 6. I'm going to put it in the context of a story problem just so we can practice that. So let's say that you're having a party and you're going to have 18 guests total. So 18 friends are coming to your party, and you want to have 6 people at each table. So how many tables are you going to need to buy? So let's take a look. We're going to draw this one out. I'm just going to divide people into groups first. So I'm going to draw 6. Remember, we have to get to 18. So we're making equal groups of 6. So we have 6 people. This is going to be 1 table. And we have another 6 people. And that gives us a total of 12, because 6 plus 6 is 12. That's going to be another table. So let's keep going. We need another 6 for it to be equal groups. So let's see if 12, let's double check. 12 plus 6 is 18. So we have another group that we can add. So when we do 18, because that's our total number of people, and we divide it by 6 people at each table, we are going to need, and you can see in the picture, 3 tables for everyone to sit down. So that's really interesting because our last problem with the bracelets, we divided 18 by 3 to get 6 in each group. This time we still had the number 18, but we divided it by the number in each group. So we knew that there were 6 in each group. So we wanted to know how many groups do we have in total. And so that is the same as the previous problem. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So therefore, 18 divided by 3 is 6. They're opposites. I'm going to go ahead and clear my screen. We're going to try another one. So this time we're not going to do any kind of story problem. We're just going to try and figure out equal groups. So we have 14 here, and we're going to divide it by 7. So I have 14. I'm going to write us a nice little division sentence here. 14 divided by 7 equals some number. So we have 14 of something, and we want to have 7 of that something in each group. So how many groups are we going to have total? So I'm going to use a stamper again. So we have 14 total. So I'm going to stamp 7. So we have 14 total, but we want to have 7 in each group. So I have 7 stars here, and we need to get to 14. So that's one group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a second group. Let's see, do we have 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I want you to get your counters out and divide those up just so you can get an idea. You have this stamper here as well. If you don't have your counters out already, go ahead and do this problem with the counters. Actually divide, count out 7, and then that's one group, count out another 7, that's a second group, and then count them all together like we just did. So you get an idea. That's actually going to be really helpful when we start the problem set, which is going to be next. So now let's take a look. We have 2 groups of 7 that add up to 14. And so the one question we have to make sure we ask is, are they equal groups? Do we have 7 in each? So let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes, we have equal groups. So 14 divided by 7 is equal to 2. Just like that. All right, let's clear that out. We're gonna do one more problem. Again, if you have your counters out, go ahead and use those. This will be really helpful for this problem. So Cynthia plans to buy 15 burgers. 3 burgers come in each pack. So how many packs should she buy? First thing I want us to do, let's write our division sentence. So we have 15 in total, and we have 3. We know that we have 3 in each group. So how many groups do we need to buy? So get your counters out. Let's try. I'm going to use stars to represent our burgers. So let's start. We know that each burger has 3. So we're going to have, here's 1 pack. So now we have 3 burgers, and we're going to keep going until we hit 15. So 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. So we have 15 groups here. So let's find out how many groups, how many packs that we need to buy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So use your counters to divide those up so you can see the groups. That's what you can do, is it gives you a visual so you can use your hands to move your pieces to see how many groups you have. So when we skip counted, we had 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. So that means that 15 divided by 3, oops, there we go, equals 5 packs. So Cynthia needs to buy 5 packs of burgers so that she has 15. All right, so now I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick, and I'm going to pull up the problem set for us to look at. Here it is. Oop, that's not the right problem set. Sorry about that. This problem set. Here it is. So let's go ahead and get started. Oops. So divide 6 tomatoes into groups of 3. So they already circled them for you. You can use your counters for this. So you have 6 counters, divide them into groups of 3. And so now it's asking how many tomatoes. There are blank groups of 3 tomatoes. So how many circles do we have here? We have 1, 2. There are 2 groups of 3 tomatoes. So 6 divided by 3 equals 2. Let's try this one out again. Divide 8 lollipops into groups of 2. So that means that we're going to have 2, we're going to circle 2 lollipops for each group. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can circle them however you'd like as long as you have 2 in each group. So there are how many groups? 1, 2, 3. There are 4 groups. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. I'm going to clear my screen so we can move down a little bit. Divide 10 stars into groups of 5. So again, go ahead and try that one on your own. Use counters if you need to, but you're going, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to give it a shot on your own. If not, I'm going to go ahead and keep going. I'm going to circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars here. So that gives us 2 groups, which means 10, which is our total, divided by 5, which is the number in each group, equals how many groups? So 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Divide the shelves to show 12 divided by 3, where the unknown represents the number of groups. So what this means is we have 12 shelves in total, and we have 3 in each group, because it says right here, the unknown represents the number of groups. So we're going to have 3 shells in each group. So here's one group, 2, 3, and 4. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Why? Because there are 12 shells in total. We divided them so that there are 3 shells in each group and gave us a total of 4 groups. Let's move on to the next one. Rachel has 9 crackers. She puts 3 crackers in each bag. Circle the crackers to show Rachel's bag. So 3 in each group. She has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So those are our groups. Write a division sentence where the answer represents the number of Rachel's bags. So we have 9 crackers because we're starting with our total. We're going to divide that by 3 by putting 3 crackers in each group. So 9 divided by 3 equals how many groups? Well, we circled them up here, 1, 2, 3. So 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Now it says to draw a number bond to represent this problem. So we're going to start with 9. That's our number. And how many 3's do we need to get to 9? We did this with multiplication. So how many 3's do we need to get to 9? Well, we need 3. Need another 3 because 3 plus 3 is 6. And we need one more 3 because 6 plus 3 is 9. So take a look at how that relates to our picture. Up here we have 3 groups with 3 each. Down in our number bond we have 3 circles with 3 in each circle. Now we're going to move down to number 6. Jamisha has 16 wheels to make toy cars. She uses 4 wheels for each car. Use a count by to find the number of cars Jamisha can build. Make a drawing to match your count. So I'm going to use a stamper. I'm going to use hearts this time. So we're going to skip count pretty much. That's what it's asking us to do, is to skip count. So we have 4. The first car needs 4, so there's 4. Second car needs 4, 8, 12, and 16. So we have 4 equal groups of 4 to give us a total of 16. So now we're going to write our division problem, or division sentence. So we have 16 wheels total. We're going to divide that into 4. Each car gets 4 wheels. So that means we have enough to make 4 cars. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, you can go ahead and rewind and check this out again just to make sure. You can ask someone for help, or you can look at some of the resources in the learning guide. That'll give you some extra practice. All right, last thing, we have our exit ticket. So divide 12 triangles into groups of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's one group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough for another group. So 12 divided by 6. We started with 12 triangles total. We divided them into groups of 6. So how many groups do we have? We have 2 groups. So Spencer buys 20 strawberries to make smoothies. Each smoothie needs 5 strawberries. Use a count by to find the number of smoothies Spencer can make. Make a drawing to match your counting. So again, we're going to be skip counting. I'm going to use my red hearts to represent the strawberries. And each one gets 5 strawberries. So I'm going to count by 5s until I reach 20. So 5, 10, 15, and 20. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So that means that Spencer can make 4 smoothies. So let's write a division problem for that. We started with 20 strawberries, and we are going to put 5 strawberries in each smoothie. So we can make how many smoothies? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, so we can make 4 smoothies. All right, so that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen real quick. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a great time. If you want some extra practice, there are links to more resources in the learning guide. So there are some games on there, some extra worksheets for you to try. And if you like this video, go ahead and make sure you come back tomorrow for another 3rd grade math lesson. Once again, my name is Ms. Chismar, and I'll see you next time. Bye.